7:30, almost time to go.
What you eating there, dude?
Egg.
Yeah, eggs with ketchup on them? Weird.
That is not how I taught you to eat eggs, short round.
But it tastes good.
Well, to each his own. To each his own.
Good morning, everyone. It's time to go to school.
Allie made you breakfast?
Yes.
Are you watching YouTube? What are you watching? One of my videos?
No. No, he's not.
That doesn't look like me there. It's okay. It's fine.
When you finish school, you think you're done forever. You think, I never have to go to school again. I never have to get up early for school again. What they don't tell you is, you're gonna have kids later.
And then you're still gonna have to get up early for school. Just somebody else's school.
Oh, well, that's done. Forgot his lunch.
I've been listening to my own album that got re-released on Christmas lately. It's kind of weird, man. Taking me back to much worse times. It's a little like rereading an old diary. Weird. Okay, I left home, dropped off the kid at school, came home, dropped off the lunch at school, came home, and now I'm gonna leave. But at least now I don't have to drive, because Julio's best friend is here. Today, Oscar and I are headed back up to Hollywood. And the reason is because for the last several months, I've had a certain card in my wallet that was given to me at Ripley's. Yes, Ripley's! Believe it or not, the company of Ripley's invited me to go see their incredible warehouse, which I filmed. If you missed that video, it's probably one of the best videos I think I've ever had the opportunity to ever make. Google it. It's the weirdest warehouse in the world. Probably, honestly, the coolest experience I've ever had with like a company. Every single person that worked for that company in their headquarters was like the nicest person in the whole world. And at the end of a sweet tour and inviting us in to see all their little secrets, they handed me a card which gets you in to Ripley's, anywhere. The Ripley's, believe it or not, auditoriums for free. I honestly completely forgot about the card. Then I got a new wallet for Christmas, so I was looking through my wallet, saw the card and went, oh yeah, I could go to Ripley's anytime I want. And today, I won. Today, Oscar, I want. I won! Ooh, downtown LA. Almost there. You used to live down here, bro. Maybe that's why your son's always punching other kids at his preschool, dude. He's always knocking them out.
Yep,
because he grew up in downtown. I'm just kidding. I know it was only that one time. Still, bro, you shouldn't smear other kids' finger paint. You shouldn't do that. This is a no bullying zone. We are almost to Hollywood. Drunks in costume people, Hollywood. Some people say it's evil. Lots of tourists and scary Chewbacca. Feet prints in the cement, Hollywood. Smells like urine here in Hollywood. And you can see some scary mascots. Or wear an ascot. What is an ascot? I don't know. Sirens, dude. What a fun one. I hope everyone's okay. Oh man. They should have sent Scary Mickey. He could scare the criminal straight. Oh my gosh, it's the star for Kevin Costner. Oscar, look, Kevin Costner, the world's greatest actor. It's Harrison Ford. Where's Harrison Ford? Harrison Ford, the world's greatest actor. Wow, absolute vodka. I've seen a lot of movies with this guy in it. Hey, look, Matt Damon. Look, George Lopez. Your last name is Lopez, and George's name is George. People say you look like George. So it's like a combination of both of you.
We're George Lopez.
Johnny Depp? I knew he was real. I knew. Johnny, why is he so stiff and cold? Is he dead, Oscar? Sad news, folks. Johnny Depp is dead.
He's just waxed, Justin.
Oh, man, these fake Johnny Depps are getting better and better. That right there, that is truly horrifying. I am facing my fear right now. Fun pick. I can't believe I did that. The horror. Oh, I love this. I love when Madame Tussauds puts out a wax figure. Just like the free sample. Like, look how good Marilyn looks. If you like this, come to our dealio. I would love to go to Madame Tussauds and see more of this lady, but I've got a protest to attend. Dang, Ronald Coleman. I totally know who that is. Look it, that's where we're going. Go, man, go, cross the street, Chrissy Crossy. This is my favorite crosswalk now because it goes in all these different directions. Chrissy Crossy, Sideway Goosey, Loosey Woosey, Upsy Toosey. And here it is. Believe it or not, we're back at Ripley's. The Hollywood Ripley's is awesome because it's right down the street from the Chinese theater, right up there, right in the middle of where you leave for all those tour bus tours of celebrities' homes. Spoiler alert, sometimes they make those up. Also, there's the Hollywood Wax Museum, Hollywood Guinness Book of World Records, Hollywood McDonald's, and then of course Ripley's, with the Tyrannosaurus Rex coming out of the top, who loves peppermint. It's his favorite thing. Can't get enough of those candy canes. Look at the size of that dinosaur. And look, there's Oscar right there. Oscar is filming. Ever since January 1st, Oscar has been filming something every single day for YouTube. Look at, I'm filming you, filming me, filming you, filming me. So far, I haven't missed a day. Not to brag, but I haven't missed a day this whole year. And I'm not even a daily vlogger, Oscar. How you like it so far? You feeling fulfilled? Feeling adventurous?
Not yet, I want to go in.
Okay, fine, we can go in. Ripley's, believe it or not. Dude, right from the lobby, things get pretty cool. Look at this. How do they do this? What sort of magic wizardry is this? Check this out. I like the Hollywood Ripley's because they've got a lot of stuff like this, a lot of film-related stuff. It's one of the penguins from Batman Returns. My mom told me that this movie was a little too dark. I wasn't allowed to watch it. So when it came out on VHS, I told one of our neighbors that my mom said it was okay for me to watch it. We totally watched it. It totally rocked. And then I totally got in trouble. Sweet! They have the magic pass now, Oscar. Check this out in the corner. There's some rad stuff hidden right here. You don't even have to pay to see this part. So if you're in Hollywood, come in here just to take a look at this, if nothing else. There is one of Michael Jackson's fedoras. And there, right next to it, much more impressively to me, one of Charlie Chaplin's canes. An autographed sketch of Charlie Chaplin, the little tramp himself, and one of his canes. Butch Cassidy's bowler hat. One of those Laurel and Hardy hats. And look at that. Do you know whose hat that is? The Tin Man's hat! I heard they wanted him to donate his hat to the museum, but he wouldn't do it. He charged them a fortune! How heartless of him. Heartless. I was gonna go with he didn't have a brain joke, but that was the Scarecrow. Yeah. That would have been really embarrassing. Good thing nobody knows. Alright, we're gonna go inside of Ripley's. Look at this awesome fountain that goes right above your head. Here we go through the turnstile. Scanning, complimentary ticket. Ooh, it's gonna work. It worked! Look at this. The underside of water. Check this out. This is awesome. It's Robert Wadlow, the tallest man in the world. Go stand on the footprints. Go see how high you measure up. Please stand. Let's get a comparison. Would you look at the size of that man? Look at him next to you, dude. You are nothing compared to this guy. Dude, look at the catcher's mitts on this guy. Those are some gargantuan hands. Dude, I have seen a lot of statues of Robert Wadlow before. World's tallest man, about almost 9 feet tall. But I've never seen an animatronic one that stands up before. Only at the super fancy Hollywood edition of Ripley's Believe It or Not. Got the Queen Mary bursting out of the wall here. And here's something that I thought was super cool. You know how the Chinese theater's down the street and it's got all the hand and feet prints of all the celebrities? Well, these are some of the very first ones. The Chinese theater was owned by a guy named Sid Grauman. It's kind of difficult to see them, but there's Sid Grauman's original Chinese theater footprints. And next to them, check this out, Douglas Fairbanks, and more importantly, his wife, Mary Pickford. These aren't very deep at all, but they may be the most important footprints at the Chinese theater. According to legend, Mary Pickford stepped into the wet cement at the Chinese theater by accident. Her husband, Douglas Fairbanks, wanted to get in on the gag, so did Sid Grauman himself, and it became a thing. Which means that, believe it or not, we could be looking at the original, the very first Chinese theater footprints, or feet prints, footsies. I was gonna say this belongs in a museum, but it is in a museum. See, look, there's old Sid, Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, old school Hollywood stars right there. See, I always thought that Ripley's was sort of half full of real stuff and full of recreations of things that were actually real, and maybe full of some phony stuff. But after I visited the Ripley warehouse and talked to Edward Meyer, who is the buyer for all things Ripley, I now know that everything in Ripley's Believe It or Not, unless it says on it that it's fake, is actually real. Super game changer. What you doing, Oscar? You looking in the mirror here? Trying to roll your tongue in the mirror? Keep making those weird faces in that mirror, buddy.
I know what this is. There's people on the other side watching you. It's stupid.
No,
I know
it's
about
just a
this.
cool mirror, like, hey,
Right.
fun. No one's watching,
People on
bro.
the other side, I know it.
Come on. Here's something chipper to start your visit off with. A whole wall of celebrity obituaries. This way, you can remember when all your favorite celebrities passed away. Haha. Fun. Oh, this isn't depressing at all. Huh. I'm not crying, you're crying. Oscar has discovered the piano staircase. Play me a tune. It's very loud, but also very fun. Oh yeah, that takes way too much energy. This way. Oh, hello, madam. I remember you. Long time no see. Oh, who's this? Oh, this is just a Lilyfoot woman. One of those rare practitioners of Chinese foot binding. That's where you take a regular foot and wrap it up until it does this.
I can't think of any benefit other than buying very small shoes.
Why did you do this to yourself, lady? I would have bought you regular full-size shoes. It's not worth it just to save money on buying children's footwear. See, dude, look. Those are real slippers from people who used to do that. Those shoes are for grown women and they are 4 inches long. This is the kind of thing I always thought was probably replicas until I found out that every one of these things that they purchase is 100% real. Check it out, they got a display over here that's for kids only. Kids only, Oscar. Dude, go in there. You can totally fit. Come on, just go in there. It's fine, you're a big kid. Go. Go, Oscar. Go, Oscar. It's your birthday.
Bugs playing guitars in here.
What? Bugs? Ew.
Hey, we totally fit in here. We should be allowed in here. Not fair. This is totally comfortable. No problem.
Check it out, dude. A New Guinea ancestor head in here. That is a real human skull with clay around it.
That's for kids.
In the children's area. See, this is the kind of stuff I used to think this is like a representation, a fake one. No, that is a real human head covered by clay in here. In the children's crawl space by Oscar, who's afraid of these real bugs.
I'm scared of that.
Riding miniature vehicles. Wait, you're scared of what?
That big one with the wings.
What is that? No one said there were gonna be bugs.
I could tell that really bugged you, Oscar. Oh, I've never seen your butt this long. No problem. Look at all this stuff. Once the children exit their little tomb in there, they can come check out a fantasy coffin. When I was at the Ripley's Believe It or Not warehouse, they let me lay down in a couple of these fantasy coffins. I think I got to lay down in one shaped like a lobster.
You know who should have been buried in one of these?
Dr. Scholl's, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Scholl's. Here's another thing that I always thought was totally fake, but it turns out these are real too. Authentic vampire killing kits. After the popularity of Dracula and other vampire novels, people who would go to Europe in the 19th century would buy themselves a vampire killing kit. You know, just in case. And in true Ripley's fashion, you've got an authentic antique vampire killing kit right next to an authentic hand-painted vampire bat. Hey Oscar, you gotta check this out, dude. Hand-painted vampire bat. Wow! I know that seems a little cheesy, but you gotta admit, you've never seen one of those before. Okay, check this out. Stashed over here in the corner is one of the coolest things in here. The Tin Man's hat has nothing on an actual brick from the yellow brick road. This is one of the bricks, hand-painted yellow, from the Wizard of Oz, and right behind it is one of the Flying Monkey's cape/shoulder pad things. Yeah, dude, they were way ahead of the fashion trend with the whole shoulder pad thing. Then down here is an autographed check by Lucille Ball herself. And that's not the only celebrity check signature they have here. They've got Cecil B. DeMille over here. And look at this. Sean Connery.
Yes, I see you've got my check. Just don't try to cash my check. I had to pay them. They've done their duty.
Sean Connery autographed check. And a heretic beheading axe. And an executioner's axe. Now these are from terrible places to be headed. Do you like it? You like my joke? Sure. It's a total Jungle Cruise worthy joke, dude. That's my best material. Dude, that is an Inquisitor's axe, bro. I would not want that thing coming down on me. I also wouldn't want to hang out with any Inquisitors. They sound like a real pain in the neck. Back there is a coconut that was sent through the mail without a stamp. Of course, take Oscar to a museum. He starts playing video games. Kids today. He's over there touching a screen. Right over here is another human skull. This is a cannibal skull from New Guinea. Robert Ripley collected this from the Asmat people. They would eat the brains and use the skulls as pillows so that they could acquire their deceased enemies' powers. If I ever kill you, Oscar, that's exactly what I'm going to do with your skull. Just my size. Check it out. Another carved human skull right there. A lot of pretty wild and unbelievable stuff in here. Including shark tooth armor. Look at the shark tooth armor there. Shark tooth weapons. Also a pufferfish because it's also a pokey. Dude, and check this out. Samurai armor. Samurai armor. And like I said, now I know all this stuff is real. That is real samurai armor. I could put that on, attack Oscar with the sword, and legally there's nothing anyone could do because it's part of history. That is amazing right there. There's also an old-fashioned shooting gallery in here where you can shoot lots of targets, including Frankenstein's monster and Jennifer Aniston. Who put that in here? Angelina Jolie? Oh, I see. They made it better. You're not shooting Jennifer Aniston. You're shooting her purse. Bad purse! Die! Don't worry, guys. I wouldn't shoot Jennifer Aniston. Sorry, friend. That was scary. Good thing in this room, they actually have free sodas for every visitor. Oscar, grab yourself a free soda. Grab yourself a free beverage, Oscar. Just lift up the cooler. Just lift it up. It's not that big of a deal.
I saw it. It's still scary.
Never gets old. As fake Tyler would say, that gave me a frighten. Good thing it's time now for my favorite part of any Ripley's Believe It or Not. The unusual animals! A two-faced calf. A two-headed duck. A goat cyclops born in Texas. A weird guy also born in Texas. A two-headed, mostly two-bodied cow. Weird. These are completely real. Those are the actual skins and hides of the actual animals who were actually deformed in those manners. When I was at their warehouse in Florida, they were letting me touch and pet some of the two-headed animals and stuff they have there. They said they got most of them from one farm. One guy that like goes around and finds, you got a two-headed goat?
It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. But then check this out right here. It's Spot the Knot. That right there, the two-headed peacock, is not real, and it says so right there on the sign back there. It's over. It's hard to read, but it's right there. Why would they display the fake two-headed peacock? Because somebody sent this to Robert Ripley and tried to fool him into believing it was a real double-headed peacock. And he's like, bro, I've seen a double-headed peacock or two in my day, and that is not one of them. You're a phony, peacock! You're a phony! Phony baloney! This one right here is super, super messed up. What does this look like to you? That is an elephant's foot, Oscar. This is a real elephant foot, once used as an umbrella stand. You see, children, back in the day, they thought it was cool to use body parts from elephants for things like holding your umbrella or making an ashtray out of, I don't know, using as a blanket. Mostly just using their ivory tusks to carve things out of. And now, in another 5 or 10 years or so, or 50 years or whatever it is, we might not have any elephants left because people keep illegally killing all the elephants. Now, obviously, this elephant leg inside of Ripley's isn't one that was shot down by a poacher and turned into a display. This is an antique from a bygone era when elephants were more plentiful. But still kind of a huge bummer to think that today, people are going out into the jungle, into the savannah, and killing elephants just for one part of their body. Not good. Not good. I need something to cheer me up. Oh, I know. How about giant cow hairballs or a cow with legs growing out of its face? I love this. I love that this is actually real. Ah, you look like a dancer to me. See, here's another fake animal over here. The fur-covered trout. But the only reason they show that in here is because one of these was once in a Scottish museum claiming to be a real rare Canadian species of trout. And I learned that right on the sign. Knowledge. Oh, so this video over here is explaining why so many of these animals are babies. Apparently, most of these animals in here generally don't make it. They're stillborn. They're actually born dead, and then they taxidermy them. And the reason why the rest are all usually from one ranch is because apparently that rancher, that farmer guy, takes in those animals and pays all the crazy vet bills and all that stuff to try to keep the animals alive and let them have a happy life. And many of them survive for quite a while, so good for that guy, man. All right. Where are we headed to next? Oh, how lovely. Somebody's prom dress made entirely
a folded Starburst wrapper. See, check it out. There she is with her boyfriend in the matching Starburst vest.
Aha! And then over here, you've got a toilet paper wedding dress.
A lot of creative thinking going on in this wing of the building. A lot of budget savers going on.
You think those people are also extreme couponers?
Check it out, dude. There's the Ripley cartoons. Robert Ripley was like the BuzzFeed / weird fact website type thing of the day. He started this whole craze in unusual and unbelievable facts, objects, history, records, weird art, all with his cartoon series. Believe it or not, his work was in the papers. And they still publish the comic strip to this day. Definitely follow Ripley's on Twitter. You'll see some doozies. Okay, this is cool. Check it out. It's some of the celebrity portraits from the original Brown Derby. Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy. Jack Bailey. Hedda Hopper. All of these actually used to hang in the Brown Derby. That's some legit Hollywood history right there. But these are arguably even more interesting. Every single one of these is a matchbook signed by a celebrity. Now, having talked to Edward Meyer, the buyer for Ripley's, he's the new Robert Ripley of Ripley's. He's the one who finds and collects and buys all of this stuff. He has to approve every purchase. I can see it being highly likely that he purchased this from one collector. Look at that, dude. Fred Astaire, Mae West, Anna Turner, Katharine Hepburn. Huh? And who could forget Whip Wilson?
Good old Whip.
Dang, Andy Devine, Clark Gable.
Impressive. Most impressive.
And this room here, the Frozen Shadows room, is quite literally most impressive. All right, here we go.
4, 3.
We're still counting
2,
down. Okay, put your stomach
1.
against the wall. Here we go.
Now check your shadow on
Look
the
at-
wall.
I'm like Peter Pan. I've lost my shadow. Somebody glue my shadow back on. Get some soap. Dude, Oscar, you should try it. You're a shady character.
Oh yeah. Against the opposite wall.
Assume the
and
position.
strike
I wanted to do
low.
this in our house, but then Allie said people would always be coming over using our shadow wall, you know.
Now check your shadow on the wall.
Dude. Hands up.
That's cool.
Dude, that is cool. Hands up, you criminal.
Wait a minute. I've got an idea. Quick,
push the button. Push the button.
Stand
Look
like
into the
this.
flash.
Tilt your head.
5, 4.
This is gonna be a good one.
2, 1. Now check your shadow
Look at
on
this.
the wall.
Check it out, bro. Check it out. It's me totally beating you up. I kicked your butt, bro. Kicked your butt. Proof is in the wall.
Just in the
I can't even find the word. Actually, in real life, there is no way that I could ever beat you up. Dude, you have the muscles of a woolly mammoth. And the mustache of one, too. Pretty sure, honestly, I couldn't beat anyone up. I have neither the inclination nor the physical strength. I've seen these things before. They don't let me sit in these. I break them every time, man. I'm off the charts. Oscar, try to open the gate. Try to open the weird gate. Try to open it, bro. Allow me. Watch how a pro does it. Figured that one out by accident once, because I got tired of trying and then leaned. Pretty cool, right? I want to do that to my front gate if I ever have a front gate. All right, you've seen some unusual animals, and now you're going to see some unusual people. Aside from me and Oscar, we're pretty unusual as well, but these people are a little more so. Here we have JT Sailors, winner of the Strangest Face Award. Here, a woman from Chad, Africa, who has one of the most unusual piercings in the world. Dude, look at that. That is her top lip. That is her bottom lip. That is her pie hole. Whew. And over here, we have me at a younger age. The thinnest person. Look at that. Edward Hagner. Or as Oscar just called him, John Lennon over here. Skinny John Lennon. That was a good call, bro. He does look like a skinny John Lennon. Dude was 5'7", but never weighed more than 50 pounds. Look at the size of that guy. Usually when I'm saying, look at the size of this, I mean, look at how big it is, but look at the size of him. He's so small. That does not look healthy. Everybody's body is different. Your body's gonna be different than my body's gonna be different from Oscar's body, and that's okay. And we should learn to celebrate our differences, not be ashamed of them. And this is a pretty wild body, man. That is really, really unusual. Here we have a statue of Robert Ripley himself as the World Explorers Award. I told the people at Ripley's that this needs to be a real thing. They really need to come up with a World Explorers Award, and it should 100% be this big when they give it to you. Be this tall. The statue, come on. Here we have some more. The world's most unusual woman, Maria Jose Cristerna, the vampire lady. She used to be a lawyer, dude.
Really?
Lawyer. They told me that when I went to the Ripley's place. They meet her. She comes in and they check out her tattoos so they can update their statues. She was a lawyer and then decided to turn herself basically into Nostradamus. How awesome is that? Nostradamus? Not Nostradamus.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. What's wrong with me today? Something, my brain. I swear if they could display my thoughts and my brain in here, Ripley's, it'd be weirder than many of these things. Eric Sprague, the Lizard Man. I believe he's also from Texas. I also think he has a lot more tattoos than whenever they made this. Look at another Texan right here. A real Texan. This one's kind of mean, I think, almost. This here is Grace McDaniel. She was a sideshow performer who was known as the Mule-Faced Woman, and in here, the award for the ugliest face. Check that face out. True, that is not a face you see every day, but I still don't get Mule-Faced Woman. According to this sign, this lady used to get proposed to all the time, and eventually got married to a fella and had a son and everything. Good for you, Grace. Good for you. See, there's someone out there for everyone. Oh, guys, please. Okay, just one. Oh, they were taking his picture, of course. Now, I can never remember the correct pronunciation of this name. I can never remember if it's Liu or if it's just Lou, but it's spelled like Liu. But either way, this guy has 4 eyes in 2 eyes. Remember those glasses Ripley's gave me? They were based on this guy. He was a real-life dude who really had eyes like that. Oddly, though, he never got glasses. Didn't want to be called 4 Eyes. And then last but not least, we have the world's heaviest man, Walter Hudson, next to General Tom Thumb. Tom here was only 3 feet 4 inches tall and worked for P.T. Barnum. And he's not just dappered up for no reason. Tom Thumb may have been a little shorter than the average person, but he wasn't going to let that stop him from amassing a huge fortune. This guy amassed so much money, he was able to buy himself a fancy yacht, a couple of dozen racehorses. What are you going to do? And according to the sign, a huge mansion full of miniature antique furniture. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Oh, you beat me again. That is awesome, man. I always find that inspiring when there's stories about what would otherwise be, you know, a hindrance. And people not just overcome it, but then they turn it to their advantage and make a fortune. That's awesome. Thumbs up for Tom Thumb. As for Walter Hudson, he didn't quite weigh a ton, but he weighed more than half of one. Look at the sign. This is just a list of the stuff he would eat in an average meal. 4 Big Macs? That's just part of it. A pound of bacon? It shouldn't, but now that's making me hungry. Dude, Superman's cape. I mean the real Superman, Christopher Reeve. The real Superman, dude. That's the real one. Oh, here's a Minas Tirith model made entirely out of matchsticks and little wooden blocks. Which is pretty cool, pretty impressive. That takes a lot of craftsmanship and patience. A lot of really cool stuff, some interesting art, some old film props, including a torch used in the filming of King Kong. Bro, that's kind of cool. King Kong. King freaking Kong. The King Kong. Dude, you ever watch the old original King Kong? It's the best King Kong. Yeah, dude, it's so good. I know you kids love your color TV, but give it a chance. The King Kong torch is pretty good, but I find this to be the most fascinating thing in here. Come on, it's Arnold! It's a statue of the Governator. Oh, sorry, I mean Terminator. Made out of pieces of other movies. Look at, there's Shrek right there. Jaws on his shoulder, Iron Man's on his arm, Homer Simpson's on his chest, and Pirates of the Caribbean down on his Caribbean. So, a man of many parts. So weird, they got Wizard of Oz, Indiana Jones on there. Who's on his face? I don't recognize any of the characters on his face.
Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron?
Pinocchio's on his face.
Alright. We didn't see everything in the... Hold on. We didn't see everything in the museum, but we got pretty close.
I told you. Look, here she is. She's gonna do it.
She's gonna make a weird face?
Come on, lady, do it. She's doing it. She's doing it.
Dude, Oscar, you literally love spying on people.
I do.
That's so cool. Weirdo. There's a lot more epic stuff here, like a giant piece of the Berlin Wall, R2-D2 and C-3PO, made out of car parts. Also, Darth Vader made out of car parts. Also, this guy. And then there's this room, which is not just themed as a bank vault. This actually was a bank vault, since this Ripley's location used to be an old bank. And in the bank vault, we will take a look at the last stuff we're gonna look at
before we have to split. Marilyn Monroe's clothing, Marilyn's shoes, Marilyn's dresses, Sid Grauman's personal copy of Marilyn Monroe's footprints, which is a weird thing to have. Look, Oscar, a grate. You can stand on it and it'll blow up your skirt just like Marilyn. You look so beautiful. Sorta. Marilyn Monroe's makeup case. Took her 3 hours to do her makeup. Wow. Her glass slippers and her super sexy nightie. Those are Marilyn Monroe's pajamas. We got some of her scarves over here. Her famous sweater. Her mummified body. Nope, that's just a joke, Oscar. Don't worry. And wildest of all, Marilyn Monroe's spotted bikini. I kind of feel weird staring at somebody's bikini, but I know they have worse, because at the Ripley's headquarters, they told me that they actually own some of Marilyn Monroe's underwear. How would she feel about that? She'd probably want us to look. All right, I'm not even gonna show you the cool, creepy jungle room because we gotta leave something for next time. Let's just say there's no shortage of human skulls in there. Not looking, not looking. Don't want spoilers for next time. No spoilers for next time. No spoilers. Oh, that one's cool. And that's it for now. See, you never know what you're gonna find in a Believe It or Not auditorium. Not only because they have different stuff in every single one of them, but they're also constantly rotating the exhibits and rotating in brand new stuff, as well as sending a team of experts to collect things from around the world. Amazing things, weird things, but true things, whether you believe it or not. And believe it or not, Jay Leno's star is right here, right outside the door. Hollywood, California. A place of hard reality, pure fantasy, and a whole lot of imagination. It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory out here a little. Pretty much exactly like I imagined the chocolate factory, actually. Only the chocolate factory probably smelled a lot more like chocolate and a lot less like pee-pee than it does out here, if I'm being honest. Someone took a tinkle out here. Was it Zorro? Could have been Zorro. Just remember, guys, coming down to Hollywood can be a little weird, a little intimidating, but you're always safe down here. Not only are the police really on their game down here, but there's also a lot of vigilante justice as well. When the vigilantes aren't distracted by the ladies. Dude, look at that, dude. You see that? Superman's over there and that girl's just trying to get away from him. Batman gets all the ladies. All right, that is the scariest freaking Pokemon I have ever seen. When I get home, I'm taking those cars away from my kid. Why isn't Superman punching him? There's a guy holding a snake out here. Dude with GoPro strapped to head. Plenty of Johnny Depps in all shapes, colors, and assortments. You have Jack Sparrow on the left, real Johnny Depp on the right. Oh, he just passed something off to Darth Vader. I was gonna say it was a pretty hard choice, like who I would want to take a pic with, Johnny Depp or Pirate Johnny Depp. But I think that might have been the real Johnny Depp. I think he just gave Darth Vader some money. Why would Johnny Depp owe Darth Vader money? I sense the dark side. Good for them, but Oscar's gotta go pick up his kids, so for now, we've done our duty.
We can go home and sleep well.
Gosh, there's a lot of fancy stuff in Hollywood. A lot of really fancy celebrity stars on the Walk of Fame. But this is the swankiest star of them all. Oh yeah. Get it? Swanky. Swanky? Swankiest? It's... Get it? He doesn't get it.